Remember back to the first day of school, we tried to sprout some beans. And we made 4 cups with beans in them, put them outside, watered them every day, and, well, we were unsuccessful. You already know that story. Well, right now, you see that we are continuing our experiment with part 2. We will persevere in the face of failure, even though it didn't work. So I am now planting some new beans. And you just saw a rattlesnake bean go into the solo cup. And now we're up to a willow leaf bean. And I'm poking my finger into the cup and making a hole, just like I demonstrated on the document camera. And in goes the white willow leaf bean. And after that, we want to make sure there's a label on there. So the label's written, I stick it over the old label because I just reused those red cups. They still had dirt in it, can be used again. Here's Contender bean. This is bean number 3. And these are the beans that are kind of longer and a lighter shade of brown. I'm going to poke my finger in there just like all the other ones and pop it in there. And we'll see if that one sprouts. So I'm actually growing 2 of each of these. So this is 2 Contender beans, 2 rattlesnake beans, 2 willow leaf beans, and we are going for 10 beans total this time around. Here is one that I'm not sure I showed you, the Vermont cranberry, and it looks similar to a rattlesnake bean. It's kind of a light brown color with stripes, and I saw right away there wasn't quite enough dirt in this cup, and so what I did is I scooped some more soil and put it on top right there. So it's a little deeper now, and label it, of course, like all of the beans with Vermont cranberry beans and the date. And last up, this is the very last bean out of 10, is the golden wax beans that are white in color, and just like all the other beans, you got to stick them down maybe about an inch or so, an inch and a half. They sprout pretty reliably if there's not a heat wave. And on goes the label to finish our 10 beans. Last time we only had 4, this time we have 10. We learn from our mistakes, we persevere. And of course, we're gonna get it started with some water. As soon as those beans touch the water, they turn on their DNA code and they start to grow just like that. And there they are, 10 beans planted on Saturday, the 29th of August. Our experiment is now active again, part 2. The first part is over. Now we will continue, and we made some mistakes, or rather I made some mistakes, like not looking at the weather forecast. And hopefully this time we'll do it smarter. And now I've moved the cups with our 10 beans to a place that's a little shadier. So it's right between the big pots of marigolds and the tomato plant. And we have an empty planter right next door. So that's going to block out some of the sunlight. And hopefully they'll do well in that location.